Oh. Whoops. Okay, I think we're working. You have to up and running. Just checking. I think we're good. YouTube alleges that we're good. And YouTube's never been wrong about anything. So I'm willing to believe them. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome if you're seeing this now. If you're seeing this someone down the line. Well, yeah, hello, welcome. Splash Shadow here. It's been a couple of weeks or so since the last time I managed to do any particular Dune content. Hope you guys have been fairly well. It is the spring here. The sun's been out. It's taken long enough, but it's been really nice weather past few days or so. So, like any classic video game player, I'm of course spending some of that time not being outside. But we're here for a little bit of a ad hoc-ish planned Dune Imperium stream. Wasn't quite sure what my plans were going to be today, so it was difficult to kind of know if I was going to be streaming or not. But we've got a bit of time today, so we're going to be playing a few games. Hopefully some folks will swing by. I'll get to say hi to them. It'll be nice. It'll be wonderful. A few things to just chat about with folks, even if you're not watching this live. First of all, yeah, hello. It's been a few weeks or so. I haven't really touched anything particularly Doom-wise since the end of my participation in the second Sanguinary tournament. I was saying gluten, which I obviously put a few days for playing in the group phases. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit of a hard one to take to not make it through there. I felt like we actually played really well. For those of you who haven't seen this, I won't spoil too much, but I will say that the first game of the groups, probably one of the best games I'll play all year. That I played really, really well in that. And I didn't even feel I played that bad in the other two games, but I do feel like we got a bit kind of swindled out of things. A little bit kind of screwed. That's how it goes. Sometimes you just don't really get a whole lot of the rub of the green. The second game was like, there was a couple of different ways I could have played it. Maybe I could have taken a different choice, but that's fine. I think both were with merits. And the third game was just ugly. Just constantly chasing after my own tail. There wasn't a whole lot I could really do about it. So, that's how it goes sometimes. That's fine. That's Dune. We don't make it through. That's you live with that and you go on from there. So that's okay. Other than that, though, the other thing that I'll note is just thanks as well to everyone that was watching along, especially in like the third game. I was somewhat worried that people were gonna like skewer me in the comments, but no one did. I think people got that it was just a difficult game, and not a whole lot really went our way, and that's fine. So thanks everyone for the support in regards to that. There is another tournament that is brewing next month. Just Dizz, who we've had before, like showcase matches, stuff like that. He's hosting his own little competition in April over on his server, which I do plan to get involved in as well. I think the sign up for that is free. $50 prize pool, and sign-ups are up until March the 30th. I haven't done so yet, but I do probably plan to get involved in that. Let's get girls selected. We've got a few more things to talk about as we get ourselves playing here. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Second position for us. Let's have a look here. Opening hand. Decent cards here. Not bad in second position. We're likely to get hold of one of the two. Initiate, Dissecting. Nothing outrageously strong. Just good solid cards. Tech-wise, Shuttle Fleet, Wind Traps, that stuff. I'm actually kind of eyeing playing Paul Atreides here, I'm not going to lie. Paul Atreides got some interesting... So does Carino Genes. If I could get something grafting with it, would be pretty cool for, like, a laser. But I can like all this card draw stuff. This obviously does play well and very nicely with Paul being able to see what you're drawing into, kind of chaining your moves pretty well together. Hunjo in second also is just totally fine. I would be surrounded by meta, most likely. But I fancy a bit of Paul Atreides. My voice just goes there completely. That was ugly. So I'll probably look to go and play a bit of Other than that, though, so the other things to note as well, yeah, so it has been a couple of weeks. There's been a bit of a news on the Dune front, just generally speaking, and that is in regards to Dune 3. Dune 3's first trailer got revealed a couple of days or so ago. The film is scheduled for release at the end of the year. I have seen it. Looks alright. It's been interesting to kind of note the progression of that, because inevitably, I do think what happens in, like, the film franchise does have knock-on. We are going to take it, what the hell. Does have knock-on to, like, Dune the ball game. With the, obviously, the second game coming out not too far dissimilar in time to the second film coming out. And so, news of the third one coming out, they say at the back end of the year, which we've known about for a little while, is not irrelevant. Not irrelevant at all. I am still of the belief that we will see more Dune stuff coming, but we'll see. Opening conflict is this. Not bad, we get both experimentations. That's nice in that we can pretty much guarantee getting face dance was a great card for Paul. But our hand otherwise is kind of difficult. Because we're very unlikely to get to either Hardy or Still Suits here. Either would be great. In theory, if we can smuggle and get somebody out the conflict, we can get Swordmaster round 2. But it's going to be very difficult to get Seek Allies to the Fremen here. And likewise, it's going to be difficult to justify going here. But we'll see. Okay, so a laser opens up with wealth. Interesting, okay. Don't see that often. Let's go smuggling and see how this plays out. Everyone tuning in, how you keeping? Sorry for this sort of not particularly planned Thursday stream. Hopefully you're fine. So yeah, so Dune 3 is announced. I've talked about this before in previous videos. I have no knowledge or authority on whatever I'm about to say here, but I am of the belief, personally, and maybe it's slightly because I kind of hope it does, that we will perhaps see some more Dune coming out. There's been questions about it. Where does Dune Imperium go? You know, we've got Dune Digital now. There's a lot of things going on here. What is happening here? Is Baron Harkonnen going for humanity here? We're gonna get to the Fremen. This is kind of weird. She goes Hardy Warriors. And now we have a bit of an interesting situation. I think we have to go Steel Suits. I think we have to try and get money out of this. No, she only puts in 3 here. He goes Tech Negotiation. Is Baron Harkonnen legit just arming up for humanity here? I think we have to go here and put in 2 troops. I think our hand is forced. It gives us some monopoly over Great Flat as well. If there's no war in the next conflict, that would help a bit. But we have to try and get something in here. Also, it sets us up for some power play, which is good. But a weird opening round, this, though. It's going to be interesting to see what Tezia does here. Does she just limp, or does she put in 2 troops as well? We have no daggers. This is basically a bluff, us putting this in. That's a good sign. All we need is any money, and we get the round 2 Swordmaster with the Signet Ring dagger combo. Yeah, he is. He is indeed setting up for... He sacks off to go round 1 for humanity. Look at that, Baron Harkonnen. So he's going to bum rush this and try and get bumps elsewhere. Looks like that's going to be the plan. We do get hold of Face Dance, which is great. It's an amazing card for us. It's got to be power play, right? It's got to be power play. Obviously, something like Siege Reverend would be great for some trashing. And Fremen Bond is always good to go down for Paul here, but power play just seems so strong, especially with Tezia out and about. Alliance is going to be exceptionally aggressive this game. We are first reveal next round, so... Oh no, we're going to be Swordmaster. We last reveal. So we probably won't get this, but I think power play is just fine here. We'll grab it and we'll move on with our lives. If Tezia gets this, yeah. There's going to be a lot of competition. This Brownie's going to want to go hard at this alliance. Tezia traditionally goes here pretty late. So as far as factions for us to target, like, Emperor is probably a good one to look at. And try and go hard early and try and convince Tezia to go after the Bene Gesserit towards the back end of the game. I think that's probably one we want to do here. I think that's going to be the plan. It is watering the conflict. That is a little unfortunate for us here, because we might not get access to Great Flat. We need to draw an experimentation. So this is going to be a little tricky for us here. We might get strangled out of this. Didn't want water. Desert Power is about the worst conflict it could have been, really. But what are you going to do? So we can get to smuggling immediately. We're going to have 10 Solari, which is great. Round 2 Swordmaster is always nice. What do we pull? Face Dancer. Ah, that's not the card I wanted to see. I needed that to combine with Experimentations next round. That's an awful card. Oh yeah, of course I would have seen it. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. Sorry, I'm forgetting I've got the prescience. Oh no, I was on redraw, wasn't I? No, I wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, not much we can do. We'll play Face Dancer with the dagger just to draw the convincing. Better persuasion. We can also, like, redraw our hand fresh next round as well. Tezia is just going to go shipping here, which is fine. Shuttle Fleet, Tezia is going to get a hold of here. That's a concern. Baron obviously rips at Hardy Warriors. No surprises here. Let's see where he takes his bumps. Did he take a, He did not take a bump with the Bene Gesserit. I was curious to see if he did, but no one really does. I mean, it's fine. We can limp in for a loose spice if we, It's going to be this and this, and then just diplomacy, hopefully to still suits would be nice. It's difficult for a laser to really get involved in the fight here. But yeah. Just a shame to draw this. Face Dancer, like, the Face Dancer's powers is to be able to combine it with, like, experimentations. Just so you're doing experimentations without going to these spaces. That's, like, the strength of it. As we talked about before in the show, like, action compression. That's what it's about. Says he won't use a ring. I wonder if Baron's going to go, like, Arakeen here, just to stop any shenanigans from a laser. He will be a bit nervous about this. He does. Yep, goes Arakeen. Just to cut it off. Doesn't want to get involved here. Just wants to isolate and make sure he wins the fight, which is understandable. If we can get to still suits, then we will. It's just worth it for the resources. Seats access as well is always nice. We could Mentat just to cycle the experimentation over. Which is actually kind of tempting. Tezia, Elasia getting ready for some water to hit this. I mean, what else are we doing with the money right now? Not a lot. And we do want to get our deck cycling. Gives us a bit better purchase power too. You know what, let's do it. I think it's worth it. We can always blow the row as well if we don't like what's there. No one else has got any actions. I think this is fine. So we've got power play coming next round. Power play, probably I want to hit this if I can. Just to cut off Tezra a little bit. A laser's not really going here anytime soon. So there shouldn't be any particular dangers there. Obviously, I've still got eyes on this, but the odds of this being here when we reveal are nearly 0. Oh god, Instead of Conspiracy is interesting. That actually would graft with our face dancer. It does have the requisite tags. So we could double graft and get bumps out of it. Not really the most practical thing to be doing, but it is an option. Guild Ambassador now turns up. Wow, that's a big card. Now, Laser's got an interesting decision here. Because I suspect she's got 4 Persuasion. Oh, she's got 6. She might just blow the row. She does. There he is. It's the TM. Place on Eyes comes off. Shifting Allegiance is also there. Tessie Manny's a great card for us. Alright, let's just, we could Great Flat now, because we're going to lose all this spice. And what that does is it does set up some Conspire action with Power Play. Get some Garrison. It's High Council money. We've still got our daggers and our Signet Ring. Maybe we save the water at Hager Basin and just leave this to go. Sucks not to use Diplomacy, but we've got Face Dance and we've got this. We can afford it one time. Or we tie with a laser. Oh no, I can't tie with a laser deliberately. I ain't got the troops. Yeah, we'll go High Council. We'll go High Council here. We'll go for the Conspire High Council move. Someone just wondering if I was there doing a move. I was there. I'm just thinking. Shifting, I think, is going to be useful. Or I could go Spiritual and trash some cards. Shifting's too strong a card. Testament is also really... These are all really good cards for us here. No, we're going to go Test. I think that's our best card in the long run. We need access to this faction as well, which is good for factions. The one thing you got to be careful of is Face Dancers don't go to Bene Gesserit. So now we've just got access to all over the board, and we're in decent shape. Yeah, I think that was worth just considering. More water coming. We pull Test immediately. Now that does change things. Now, the other thing we consider doing is go Basin Highliner. Basin Highliner is absolutely a consideration. Even if we don't win the fight, like, we have all the water we could ever want. And we're going to be wanting water this game. Research station, stuff like that. As we're last act as well, we can even play Tessie Humanity after people reveal, and we can actually make people force lose troops. Which would be pretty cool. How you doing, Niccolo? Yeah, appreciate it, man. Hopefully you're all keeping well. So here comes the Baron. Starting this plan already. Use that for his bump here. I think we go here anyways. We threaten Highliner, and we kind of see what happens. A laser might talk herself into going Highliner here. Although saying that, I expected a laser to go Shuttle Fleet, and she didn't. The reason is she wanted a Swordmaster now. That's why. So yeah, let's go here. And let's just ask some questions of people. Let's get an intrigue as well while we're at it. Cannon turrets is found. That's not terrible. And we just get to see what people are going to do here. We just ask some questions, you know. Does a laser want to rip it here at Highliner? Because I'm kind of threatening it here. If she's been watching my deck, she knows I've got power play. And it makes total sense to me to Highline here. So I'm just asking the question. What do you want to do? Baron's going Hardy Warriors. That would make me think that he may well have some intrigues here. Bit of a weird deploy, though. Like, especially when two people are sitting on line spy. So she is going Shuttle Fleet. I think we go for it. I think this is very winnable. We've got a forced troop loss here as well. We can go to more cities. They're all open. And we've got this behind. We probably win the fight. He might just be staging. It's not impossible this is like a stage incident. But if it is a stage, then he's not going to get any rewards out the fight. And we do need to win a battle somewhere. We're not really going to get much actual shipping done this game. We might get one loose, like, round 6. Yeah, we're just putting it in here. I mean, he does have intrigues. So there are dangers here. But we have cannon turrets, and when he reveals, we make him lose a troop. So he's at -2 strength, we're at +2 strength. So we've got a 4-sword swing on him already. And we can put in more dudes if we want. So we're not in any particular danger here. Arakeen would be nice just to get another experimentation cycled in. So, oh shit, I need to end the turn, sorry. My bad. So I think we're still in decent shape here. And this is still a decent row for us with 4 persuasion. Like, this is good, this is good, this is fine. If I can go to Arakeen and get 5 persuasion, that'd be great. Because this is great. This is... I wouldn't mind playing it. Tezzy will just limp here, of course. She's just loaded with water now. See if Baron's got any tricks up his sleeve here. He goes shifting, no surprise. It's going to be hard to win an alliance here. Hello. Hello. Wow, she top decked TM. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick to top deck TM there. And she's going up here. She's top decking Usurp. She wants to hit. She wants to usurp Lady J here. She won't get the bump, but she still gets the effect here. So I'm going to have to blow the row. Because she's top decking Usurp and she's playing it immediately. Like, all day. Oh no! I really thought she was. Interesting. She just takes the bails. I really thought that this is a great chance to Usurp. There's great cards out there. Yeah, she's taking it back here. No? No? Okay. Arakeen. I do want to draw this. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I want to get the 5 persuasion as well. Tezia has to discard a card. Doesn't really matter for her. Now, I wanna be card drawing here. I think we respect the intrigues, and we will just put in the troop. We will respect it. Just in case there is some real shenanigans. Let's not mess about here. Tezzy might blow the row. No, she buys... Didn't she buy the other one as well? Yes, no, she didn't. Maybe not. I forget who bought... I know the other one's been out and someone bought it. I forget who it was. Someone. Yeah, Steel Zeus is like one of my favorite cards in the game, but this really isn't the deck for it. It does have some real awesome reveal synergy with Face Dancer. Like, revealing for 2 spies is huge. But I should really blow the row. That looks pretty appetizing. That looks pretty darn appetizing. I don't think I can turn that down. Missionaria. It's not the deck for Missionaria. Call it a day. Pretty battle-heavy row here. But yeah, we'll take it down. Get the win. Just bank it. We don't need to mess about here too much. That point will be useful. We'll get a little bit of loot spice later on. That'll help us like some selective breedings, stuff like that. More flag fights. Points everywhere. Okay. So Eliza will want to go fold space some point this round. She also needs to get money for Swordmaster as well. She might actually just go straight smuggling here. Gets her 8th coin. Like, smuggle Swordmaster fold space. I could see that happening. It's really hard to find any alliances this game. Oh, she had Windfall. Okay, well, that works. She can just get a Swordmaster now, then. I'm thinking Wealth Mentat here. Could do with drawing. I want to cycle into this. It's a bit iffy. As long as I've got Spice, like, I'm happy to cycle into this and get, like, Tessie played here. That'd be great. I can definitely get Spice, but I have to get Spice by going here. So, it's a little tricky. Could also go research. I need to get some Spice. There's so little Spice in the game. I've got to give myself a chance at selective breeding here. And everyone's got loads of water. So I think we just take the Spice for now. Arakeen's, like, not doing a ton for us. It's okay. We'll just take the single draw for now. It's fine. Let's just grab the resources. Just give ourselves options. I just kind of got to see what's going to happen here. Like, Sledgering would be great to get rid of some of these daggers. Face Dancer here would be nice. Like, we have options. We're not in any particular rush here. I can research Station later with, like, Signet Ring as well. Get some triple draws. I did want to go up this way to trash, but it just didn't really turn out that way. We are going to have to go down here, probably. We're going to need the bump. Tessia just smuggles. Because people want to play... That's the thing. People also want to play their experimentation cards. They want to go with this bonus spice. They don't want to go here and give me spice. So me going here is basically like saying, well, if you want to play experimentation, you got to go to places you don't really want to. And that's what I'm kind of doing here, is I'm kind of just trying to manipulate them here. And saying, well, you know, you have to go smuggling, which isn't amazing. Or you got to go here, you know, give me the loose spice, you get it played. You know, it's fine. Baron just has so many bumps here. I think, realistically, I don't think we're ever getting an alliance this game. Unless we can somehow convince these two to go to war with each other, which I just don't think is ever happening. I just don't think is ever happening. Baron's going to go for these two. Tezzy's going to go for these two. It's going to be a bit of a shutout. It's a little unfortunate, but I think it just kind of is what it is. There's our fold space hit, of course. To ship next round. We will need to get to here next round, so we can cash in shipping round 6. Let's go Wealth. I do want to set up for some... what do I select to breed? Yeah, because I might be able to pull, like, one of these. I think this would be better. Yeah, let's do this. It is still open. Tezzy would love to go there. I'm going to deny that. Let's just trash that out. Okay, not bad. Experimentation with the face dancer. Other experimentations coming. Next hand's going to be Researcher, Double Convincing, and whatever we draw, which is... not amazing. But yeah, I want to cut this away from Tezia. Just disallow that access. Yeah, Tezia's having to think about it now. I think that was definitely her plan. Now she's having to pivot a little bit. It's an open conflict for her to go for, so it's hardly bad, but... Bam, with a pretty sad reveal. Not much going on there. We're never likely to get to this. Not with her, with TM as well. That's the thing as well. Going here, we also want to keep a laser away from this. She wants to be slamming this space so she can find TM as much as possible, so... I actually think it's generally worth going Hardy Warriors, putting 2 troops in. This is High Council money. This is High Council money. And we don't need as much water because we've got Imperial Basin, and we need the friendship anyway. So I actually think we do this. Go this way. Game. Thank you. Draw. Bump. What's her hand? She's played a dagger. She's trashed. She might not actually have any other daggers in hand. What the hell has she bought this game? Yeah, she's got no swords. We can just put in 1 troop here. I think our dagger's good. Unless she's got, like, the whatever card. The pay Solari, make someone lose a troop, gain a troop. That one. Yeah. So, no surprises here. No surprises here. Yeah, she had no daggers. She hasn't bought any. And she's played them both, so... It's hard to see her using an intrigue just for a couple of coins, unless she also wants the Solari money, the High Council money. It's fine. Full persuasion for us. Let's just go get a beetle. It does give us chances at actually taking the spice. We have got a couple of graph cards now. We could legitimately consider buying Bank Slate. It's actually not outrageous. Especially because we could control when it comes out. We've got manipulation of our deck here. We'll definitely grab a liaison. Do I just grab 2? No, I'm actually going to grab Blank Slate here. I actually think if there's ever a time to buy it, it's now. This could really do with extra access, and it would also just free up our Face Dancer a bit if we need it. Tezia gets hold of Jamis as it peels off, which isn't bad. Like, this is a... We do want those Baron and Tezia to fight over this a bit. That'd be great. Tezia was very likely to have some swords in hand, so it wasn't worth putting them both in. Just take the money and move on. Force Lorry for a troop's not great, so... Cloak and Dagger. This could be violent. We do find the Face Dancer. This is not amazing. Like at all. Okay. So, decisions to make here. It's a question of priority. Probably just going High Council first is the right answer. If I bump up, I can get the spice. Do I think I can still get the friendships? I think I can still get the friendships. And going here wouldn't be the worst thing anyways. And that 2 spice is kind of useful here. Yeah, let's do this. Play the ring for the draw. Get that bonus spice. That being next is not bad. What we'd love to do is face dancer with this to just like the Emperor or something. Just go wealth. And then use that on smuggling. And it sets us up to ship next round. That's what we want. Unfortunately, blank slate hasn't drawn out in a great time for us, but you know, that is what it is. I don't normally buy it. I just fancy kind of buying it, giving it a bit of a play around. We'd need 2 more bumps. Diplomacy is 1, test is both. So we should get the friendships. Again, in a game like this of Baron and Tesia with all their faction power, like, we're never getting any alliances. Smuggling is taken. That is unfortunate for us. Not much we can do there. That was a concern, but, you know, what are you going to do? So we won't be shipping. It's great for Tesia, because Tesia can now go up and down and get hold of a tech. Like invasion ships or something. Hardy Warriors again. The problem is there's no realistic possibility of me winning this fight. And this is an alliance I'm never winning. Like, it's just so unlikely. I think we just go wealth. I gotta get these friendships. I'm gonna have to play Face Dancer, Diplomacy, and Tessie Manny to get it done. So I think we just don't do anything ridiculous here. I assume she's trashing. Oh, she trashed the false base card. Okay, she's just cycling for now. That's fine. No way for us to get hold of Spicer's Flow here. Unless we go Still Suits Research Station. But I'd have to go Face Dancer and combine it with Convincing, which kind of defeats the point. Yeah, she is going to trash placement. I imagine you would here. Too late to get hold of the spice, at least. I almost need to know what the next card is to know what I want to do here. But there's no way of doing it. It's gotta be this. I think this is forced. We have to get these friendships. Without the friendships, we're never winning this game. Huh. Love Experimentation was next. Interesting. Interesting. The game's pretty close. No one is, I'd say, a huge favourite here. Hello. Well, she's going invasion ships now, I suppose. Garrisons are up too. So surely she's going into the shipping here. Goes up and down. And we'll get hold of invasion ships. That seems to be what she's going to do. And I imagine she's going to drop down here to get the double bump on this faction. And then take the alliance with the bump here. I assume is what she's going to do. I mean, she can also do it this way, I guess. Whatever. Doesn't really make a difference. The garrison's going to be pretty stacked, though. So, if I go here, I'm going to see the other experimentation. Am I okay with that? I think given my hand, I think that's totally fine. And I do want to get rid of this. This openly isn't doing a whole lot anymore. Yeah, look at this. This garrison is just jammed now. So I hope she's got plans how she's planning to offload that. Could have second wave or something. We'll see. Late sword. Late-ish. It's only round 5, remember. Like, it feels like this game's longer. It's only round 5. She goes Mentat. Stat, she's fine. She's just digging for TM. She should already have it, though. Let's go here. This gets us to 6 spice. What's the tech revealed spaceport? Yeah, let's go this way. Get rid of cannon turrets. Illicit dealings. That's not bad. That's not bad. That basically is an intrigue respin when we go down. That's not the worst thing. We don't need to put any troops in here. There's no need. So, we can get to the end here. It's definitely doable. That's 1 bump. This is 2 bumps. We need 3 specimens. This is 1. So if we can reveal both experimentation of the game is over, which we should be able to do, we will get the second Talaxu point. Here comes shifting. Here comes all this faction power. Again, this is why it's just not... This is not a fight for us at all here. Now these two are kind of squabbling a little bit here. Which is good. Just getting each other's way a little bit. I think the big concern is that she has plans within plans. I would, if Tessia versus plans within plans, this game might be kind of done. I'm not gonna lie. 7 persuasion for us. Is kind of awkward. We're gonna take Dr. Yue just for some extra card draw with our grafting cards. Oh, show him. We've got guaranteed selective breeding next round with Tessia Humanity. So we're going to take 2 liaisons. And we're just going to stack up on some faction power here. On some reveal power. We've got to start buying Spiceless Flows. We can trash the other dagger. We just trash it out of hand. It's fine. Tessia blows the row. Not great. I don't think she has 6. She'll take voice, though. That would have been such a good card for us. But yeah, so selective breeding. We trash the dagger. Gets us our point. We still have Emperor. We still got to hit someone, which we will get. I'm pretty confident with. The question is what we do with our spice. Spice, basically, I think it's probably going to end up being like a spaceport dump just to get a Spiceless Flow somewhere. That seems rather likely. We also need to find Research Station. We've got to get a water together. Because we've got to reveal these 2 experimentations to get these cubes. But we're basically just on Spicemas Flow buying now. 2 friendships. A couple of Spicemas Flows. This Talaxu point gets us to 10. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what we're doing. gonna be honest. We're not winning fights. Again, if Tessia Vernis has got memo quarters, then this game's kind of over anyway, so... But that's out of our control. There's nothing we can do about that. Just got to play what we can. I definitely think we can finish second. But winning the game is going to be very tough. Not without some help. The problem is, it's not even a case of, like, if there's a point to fight for, do I just rip a highliner out of nowhere and just go all in for it? Because Tessia has got so much garrison, she can just throw at it. She's got Jamis coming as well. Like, she's just hitting combat spots, so... From the tanks taken by a laser Ekaz. And she's top-decked it, too. What's she doing with that? Is she after spaceports? I have no idea. 6 intrigues now is absurd. She might have, like, Grand Vision or something. Demand Respect or something. That would probably be just it. If she does, she can take this alliance and Baron's kind of screwed. Just 6,000 intrigues on there. Like, I don't think Tessia's catchable here. I think she's just getting too far in front now. That's the way it goes. Well, we'll see what we can do. So yeah, we trash the dagger out of hand for sure. I don't think there's anything here I want to be trashing particularly. It's all persuasion. Always good to get to a spot where every card in your hand reveals for a persuasion. Machinations is a useless combat for us. It's great for Tessia. But hey. Oh, she's doing it for High Council. She's got it for High Council. That's her intention. Right. Anyway, let's get this done. Let's trash this. Okay. Researchers found... This is awkward. I do, but I think Baron Harkonnen's got... I don't know. I don't think it's realistic for us to go for. Besides, this is more important. This is tricky though as to what we do now. We have to reveal for Spice Must Flow here. Like, that's mandatory. This card has not worked out. It's a shame. Do we go Siege Tabber Research Station now? If I don't get to Research Station, it's pretty bad. Yeah, that was an option, but I just don't think it's that reasonable. That's bad. That's very bad. I'm going to need a laser recast to highline. I'm going to need a laser recast. I think we go Siege Research. If we get this off, we are good for Spice Must Flow. And we get the respin on this as well. And we just get what points we can here. I can't get this without screwing myself over. Was it a double intrigue still? Maybe it was. Nah, I didn't look. Doesn't matter now. Usually I do those a lot, but this didn't look. If I go here... The problem is, if I go here, and then Tesia goes there ahead of us, like, we are kind of just screwed. No, actually, that's not true. I could pivot to tech negotiation and spaceport. So we're not actually screwed. I don't know the answer to that. Expansion, I don't think so. I don't think Uprising needs any more stuff. But that doesn't mean you're not going to see any... No Dune Imperium, though. Let's just go here. I guess debatably I should go still suits. The troop's useful. The bump's not. Nah, I don't think this battle's on. I don't think this battle's on. I knew she had jammers. I think Tesia Verne is looking at ways of just straight out winning this, just winning this fight outright, this game outright here. If she can get to still suits and win the battle, the game's over. That's not good. Alright, we're gonna have to pivot to tech negotiation. And we're gonna have to hope that we get out of jail with spaceport. Looks like she's gonna go research station here. Odds are very bad, though. Invasion ships. Oh, she's got a ship instead. Okay. Yeah, she's going all in here. She figures if I can get the bump and she can win, bump here, seal this off. I think this might have actually, I don't know what she's doing. She might have diversion. Baron's gotta secure this. I think that's the wrong move. Baron had to protect that alliance. This could be done. Alright, well, it's not our problem anymore. Oh, he had rapid mobilization. But rapid mobilization doesn't work for the Dreadnought, it should be noted. Alright. So we're just going to go research station with the liaison. We are guaranteed spice must flow. If we're really lucky, we pull the other experimentation and get that point done as well. That'd be great. Eliza now arming up, though. She now is ready to highline. And we kind of need her to... I think we need her to do the highline for us, really. Anyway, let's go do this. See what we pull. We can top deck a card if we want, but there's no need to right now. But that is not irrelevant. Other liaison. I guess it is what it is. Am I ever getting to research station again this game? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. We can use that to just manipulate a top deck if we really need to. If we really need to. I think we're probably just setting up for just the spaceport, honestly. And just turn spice in just a big draw. Face Dancer needs to go with UA to well for a double draw. And then draw. We might actually be able to draw our way through the Spice's Flow without doing that. We'll see. Definitely bought a couple of unusual cards. Your blank slate hasn't worked out too great, but UA does have some draft synergy here, so that's why I picked him up. This is only worth 2 persuasion as well at the moment. Oh, it's now worth 3, of course, because we got the extra research done. Ah. That's why he went that way. But yeah, we'll see. Laser has to go in here. She has to win this battle. Otherwise the game's over. Or maybe not. I guess this was inevitable. These two have got so much faction power. Eventually they were going to start, like, bumping elbows. And that's what's going on here. There's a path played by a laser. I have no idea what she's going to do. Now she's not under pressure to highline here. She might wait. Now it doesn't look like she needs to get involved here. Hard to know. Hard to know what's going to happen here. Deck is not very good. That's like probably our best card is Face Dancer. And Tessie Bandit in this. Like only 3 cards of any note. It's a bit sad. Yeah, she's just going to stick out of this. Alright, Spice Must Flow. We'll buy a Liaison to offset. Might as well. This is just our existence. Try to get the 10 points. Hope to be second. Just not a whole lot going on this game for us here. Not a whole lot going on for us. Not for lack of trying. But yeah, we cannot play this. This has to be revealed for the point. Dispatch just to protect. Yeah. Feels like this game's been really long. I don't know if it feels like you guys. It feels like this game's been like a really long game. Like we're only coming to round 7 and it's already top of the hour. That's kind of crazy. Baheim gets picked up. That's not good. Howdy, howdy. Hello, folks. Welcome on this somewhat random Thursday afternoon. You keeping well? Here vibing a little bit. Chilling, relaxing. Has anyone here seen the Dune 3 trailer, by the way? Came out a couple of days or so ago. Looks alright. Looks alright. There is, it is meant to be out the back end of the year, is the idea. So, Bene Gesserit Alliance is gone. So Baron's about to lose this point, and he ain't gonna be able to get it back. And if he loses the Bene Alliance, then all of a sudden for humanity, that reveal, that ain't happening, so... You know, he made his choice. We do not find Face Dancer. What? It's bottom of the deck? Oh my goodness. It's bottom of the deck. Oh, yikes. That's grim. That is grim. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go either Arakeen or Mentat, whichever one. This is why I also wanted to go Research Station last round. I didn't think I was gonna get here this round at all. We have to find that and get to Wealth. or conspire. We have to give both options and give themselves chances here. We get the bonus troop, which is nice. So we might as well go Arakim with UA, I suppose. Or Mentat. I'd prefer to go Mentat, honestly. We've got money, we're not doing anything with it. I don't think it's that likely we get to Mentat, but I expect a laser goes there a lot of the time. Here comes Great Flat to grab this alliance instead. Again, we were never getting any alliances in this game. Never get any alliances in this game. He goes that way instead. I guess that's fine to get some troops in. We just had no faction power at all. But they are, like, squabbling over points here, so it's not terrible for us. Baron is over here on this boat. Look at this. He's over here. That's crazy. Arakin goes. That's fine. Yeah, she wants to get troops in. We don't really care about the fight. So this is fine. Double draw at Mentat. Try to get to Wealth. Double draw at Wealth. And then we'll kind of reassess the situation. We can get to 10 points in this round for sure. That's basically guaranteed. Oh, she gets the bump there as well. Oh my god. That's pretty sick. And she's got High Council coming too. So... yeah. Or she maybe has the bump in hand. We'll see. Either way, I suspect the game's over here. So we're just probably playing for second place. Especially when she puts the troops in like that, I think this is the last round. Let's just try and get second place here. Is there ever a reason to, like, top deck this? Probably not. We'll see. We're going to have 2 card draws. So I can draw the first card, see what it is, and if I really want to top deck it, I can. But I've only got one other graph card, and that's the Researcher, who I'm not really meant to be playing now. Oh, I guess it kind of doesn't hugely matter here. What's this? What is this? You can't be tech negotiating here. Unless you're going... She wants restrictive ordnance, but then she can't highline. She set herself up to highline this battle, so... surely you just rip it at liner. That was the whole point, right? No, she is going ordnance. She's going spaceport! Wow. That's pretty insane. Okay, I guess. Do I want to go Conspire just for the intrigue here? What am I doing with the spice? Nothing. I might as well grab the intrigue. Maybe it's something I can get a point with. Bindu Suspension is not really doing anything for us, sadly. It helps the fact we drew Spice of Slow and Diplo, so in that respect it's not terrible, but, like... still kind of a sad draw. Still kind of a sad draw. So we got a couple of options. We've got just go secrets for intrigues. We could go Siege Hardy, and Bindu will give us the Spice Must Flow. We can guarantee that. I guess we're going to see. They're going to do all the moves ahead of us, so we can see what's left. But those are like the two best options that we have. Is here or here. If they both go, then I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, even going here isn't the worst. Just to get these Gaussian troops in. That would still be, what, plus 10 strength? That'd be 12. It's not going to be enough to win the fight. We can get some spice out the combat. We might need it for tie breaks. What intrigues could I realistically score with here? Not many. Not many. Ah! Here comes the High Line. She had it in reserve that way. Okay, that also works. I'm really surprised she spaceported, but whatever. Alright, so we just go here, and try and get some spice out the conflict. It's all we can really do here. Nothing else to do. I should have just played Bindu. I don't know why I did that yet. That was a bit silly. I mean, someone might have urgent recall, want to go siege, perhaps. It's the only city left. Yeah, that's probably fine. So we will finish with 10 points. I don't think we're going to finish any more than that. I don't know. It's not a guarantee this game is over, actually. It should be over. But maybe it's not. Really? He's just going to go back to Carthage. Nothing else to do. This alliance is getting stolen. Has he got BG in play? He does before humanity. This alliance is gone. Wow. This game's continuing. So, what do we do then? The problem we've got is that I've already, like, kind of committed myself here. The other issue we've got is I'm never getting to Research Station next round. She's got 4 water. She's always hitting that before me if I keep this, so... I think I might as well just Hardy Warriors and get some spice out of this. If I can get 5 spice... I can try to do something with it. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Really weird. Yeah, I think I just don't think I'm ever getting there. I think we just got to get the spice out of this for tie breaks. It's a little scary, but... what you gonna do? This is just our kind of where our life is. Yeah, she's gonna have like 5 water. I'm never getting there before her. It's just impossible. She's got no ship in the cache. Like, she's got nothing else to do. Confirm. Doesn't really matter. We should be... Hopefully we get some spice. If 16 strength is not enough to get any spice out of this, that's pretty insane. But it wouldn't matter anyways. Which it doesn't, so hey-ho. This game could still be over. Look at all this. My god. Baron's got nothing. This game's over. There you go. So... we did the right thing going in for spice tie breaks. Made the right call. Teddy just couldn't be stopped here. Even with alliances being stolen, she still wins this game. That's wild. Ah, you had plans. Okay. We should hold for second then. Baron's got maybe a point out of that. No. That's no good either. Alright. Cool. I think that was the best result we're ever going to get here. I don't really see how we're ever winning this match. Just had way too much going on. Way too much going on. I mean, to lose this alliance and still win the game is crazy. That is pretty wild. Our deck was just never great, unfortunately. Like, it did enough. And I think we played it well enough to, like, get a second place out of this. But I just don't think we ever really had any odds to win it. Didn't find many intrigues. They weren't that great for us either. I mean, our intrigues basically won at, like, 3 points, so... you know, you shrug your shoulders at it a little bit. But, yeah, I think we did... I think given our position, we got the round 2 Swordmaster, we kept ourselves in it. We got the points at the end, so I'm not unhappy. I think it's fine. Not unhappy. Ugh. Cool. Alright then. I'll see what's going on in the lobbies. I don't want to just sit around for 20 minutes. See if there's any games going of any reputable nature. Salami, come on, what the hell. So yeah, a few things just to chat about as we're just waiting for whatever game happens next. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long. So yeah, as noted, there is the Dune 3 trailer. I have been asked by a few people about what that means in regards for Dune Imperium, game-wise, content-wise, and such. I know as much as you guys do. And unfortunately, we really don't know anything. Bear in mind that Dune Digital was meant to get on hold of like some kind of like there's gonna be some digital first content that was originally meant to have been out like at the back end of the year, last year going into January. It's now the middle of March and we've heard nothing. So who knows what state that may or may not be in. So in regards to that, I don't know. But then it comes to Dune Imperium itself and the board game. I talked about this kind of at the start of the year about my thoughts on the situation. Admittedly, my wishes and desires are slightly biased towards what would be best for me, and I don't ignore that. But yeah, my opinion is that I don't think there will be, and I don't think there should be, any more expansions for Bloodlines. I just think that it's already got so much happening and going on that I just think like throwing even more mechanics on top of it just becomes a bit of a quagmire. At that point you might as well just go play Arcs or something really, and just be kind of done with it. I think, yeah, Dune Imperium, Bloodlines, or Dune Uprising, Bloodlines, even ignoring all of the community stuff that happens on Tabletop Simulator, I already think is like the most complicated version of this game that exists, and I just don't think throwing any more on top of that. I just think you're kind of just looking to a niche, and I don't really see what else you could really add to Bloodlines, or Uprising the Bloodlines doesn't really do. Like, Bloodlines is a good expansion. It does a lot of good stuff for the game. I don't really see what else it really needs that would be of significant use. So I would be surprised to see any more content come out for that. But not impossible. You never quite know. Now, when it comes to Dune Imperium, you know, the base game, I don't think anything else is going to come out physically for that as well. I'd be surprised. Maybe, possibly, but I'd be a bit surprised at this point. It feels like it'd be kind of like a bit of a backward step. But we're in first position, just looking at the row here. Not much going on the row here. Slick Farmer's not a bad little card. Leaders are okay. It's not Tex. Quarters is out there. Quarters is out there, isn't it? So, there is that. Oh, second position. So, interesting spot here. Do we take Memnon and try to target Quarters in second position? I think we do. I think we do. Do a bit of shipping. So then it comes to, like, what do we actually think is coming then? Again, I don't know this. This is kind of gut feeling. To me, I feel like Dune Imperium as a game has got one more kind of big release left in it. Well, they've said that the Uprising and Bloodlines is on its way. They've said months ago that it's coming. So that for sure is happening. My belief is that, like, May, June, I think you'll see Uprising on digital. And I do think, personally, that they should at the very least be exploring a third version of this game for the third film. I just feel like with the film being out as well, there is enough space, momentum to do it. Now, again, I am slightly biased here because myself and kind of like where I am in Dune Imperium at the moment, the best thing for me would be if a third version of the game came out. And I don't dispute that. But I do think there is enough to do it. I think there is enough to do it. What a hand, by the way. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this is fun. This is a fun hand. Okay, well, we're just going Vault Space then. Not really much I can do with this hand, unless he decides to go there first. Interesting combat here. The spice smuggling skirmish here. Usually pretty desirable. People like it. But that's where I'm kind of thinking. I think there is enough scope for like one more version of Dune Imperium to come out. He blocks it because he wants to go shipping himself. Okay, fine. That's fine with me. He's gonna go this way. That's fine. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't see Romba, honestly. That's like the worst leader we could have seen picked after us. I hoped he wouldn't pick it, but yeah. I think he's doing this. I think he's legitimately going to go ring Memo Quarters and grab, and go grab Memo Quarters straight from Hager Basin. Looks like that's what he's going to do here. So yeah, we'll kind of see what comes of it, and we will know more as the weeks and months go. But yeah, that's my thought on the matter. We are going Hardy Warriors, by the way. We might as well. The extra bump would be useful. We will just cash in smuggling straight away. Oh, he's going Tech Negotiation. He's just going to block me from doing it this way. Okay, that's fine. We don't have access to it. I don't really care. Let's get this in. They've got to be careful. There is obviously an intrigue on him. Just got to be a little bit careful about this. No one's picked up the other intrigue so far. He put in 2 troops here, which is interesting. Let's see if he's got swords. If he puts the troops in and has swords, it sucks. But he just passes. That's a good sign. Wealth Mentat for Ilban. No shocks there. Usual stuff. We got 4 to buy. I think we're just blowing this roll a lot of the time. We do have 2 specimens. We can pick up Slig Farmer right away, which is good. I do like Slig Farmer. It's a good card. He's a useful little card, this. Yeah, I think especially if we are picking it up, we want cards with better reveals or better access to enable it a bit better. So we'll see. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Dune. Wow, he's got 6. Okay, well, if he gets him summoning in round 1, then I guess this is totally fine. But yeah, he's just gonna do this, which is okay. Water Peddler comes off. Ooh. That is a nice card. We're definitely taking the Farmer. And the water is always useful. You can get that trash a bit later on. I guess we're just going heavy resources. And now I'm encouraged to go spiritual further and not blow the row. Damn it. We're going to have to do some selective breeding this game. We're going to have to hit the space pretty aggressively. Our ring helps. Obviously, we've got some passive spice generation. But we are going to have to aggressively go after selective breeding this game. Just slam it. I don't know if it's right to buy all those cards, but this is our life. And yeah, like as I said, so I accept that, like, it is kind of like slightly, I wouldn't say greedy of me, but like that's what I'm looking for here. Like, where I am with Dune Imperium at the moment, like I'm not playing regularly. I haven't done for a bit. It's because obviously I'm doing other things. Like the past 2.5 weeks, I've spent on my own channel. I do lots of other horror stuff, Let's Play series, something like that. Resident Evil Requiem came out about 3 weeks ago now, so I spent a lot of time just doing that as a big series for the channel, which is all well and good. You know, a lot of people enjoyed it. That was great. No one has still taken the intrigue, by the way, that Hundro reveal, which is kind of interesting. Also, by picking up that water, does give me the options to go back to here again. And we do have lots of swords. Anyways, let's get this recalled. I think this bump is pointless. I'm just going all in on Fremen here. We're just gonna crack on with this. Let's get the money. Just arm ourselves up and just threaten people. And yeah, so, you know, I'm not playing hugely regularly. If I was going to commit a ton of time to Uprising to, you know, get better at it, I would have already done it at this point. So I've accepted that it's just not going to happen. But if a third version of the game came out, I absolutely would throw myself at it. And I know I would throw myself at it for sure. So, you know, there is that. Round 1 selective breeding from Hundro. Wow. You do not see that often. You do not see that often. Interesting. Just see what Ilban's going to do here. Obviously, he wants to Mentat. Hagabasin it is first, though. Looks like he's just going to arm up for Conspire. Just here, Conspire. But now this is interesting. He wants Memo Corders, so he can ship. We actually could win this fight. Like, Hardy Warriors is sitting right there. It's right there, and I don't think anyone's going here. Like, Romba can just go fold space instead of shipping. He can just go tech negotiation instead of shipping. Like, we're just Hardy Warriors. We just win the fight here, right? Because he's going Conspire. And he would have committed last round, sure, if he could have won the fight. Yeah, we're just going in here. We are going to get the double Hardy. Oh, don't see this often. But might as well. I got 10 strength. That's probably enough to win the fight. I don't know if we're buying any cards here. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know that we're buying any cards here. I have to think about it. Hundro clearly does not care that much about this intrigue because he hasn't gotten it yet. He even went to Arakeen for the redraw. So... it's kind of weird, this. Kind of weird over something. I don't know. It feels kind of bad not buying a card, though. Like, you can even look at, like, Assassination Mission, but then I've got, like, that I need to trash. That I need to trash. I need to trash my daggers. I need to trash... I'm just never getting this all trashed. It's never going to be a thing. I mean, obviously go up to get a trash there to help, but I've already got so many trash candidates. Like, it's just too much. And I could buy the liaison. It feels a bit early. Hello. What's this? Now what's going on? Does he have the swords to beat me? He's already trashed a dagger, though. Ilbon's still Mentats. He does not automatically conspire. Now that's interesting. He definitely had access. Maybe he just saw Maheim and thought it was too interesting. In the event, Hundro will definitely get memo corded, so he's going to look to ship and heal. So we are going to be behind on Swordmaster, because someone probably is beating us too. Actually, no, I mean, if he actually gets this, Ilban spent the money. So we might still actually get to it. Yeah, I'm not buying the liaison yet. It's not... We'll buy it late on the next spin round, but right now I just need to see these cards and get them trashed out. Oh, that's why he pulled Negotiate Withdrawal. That's why he put them in. So he can get the retreat. I don't think he can beat us with the intrigue. He would have done it last round, so... Just going to take the bump here. That's cool. Blows it at 7, looking for a big card. I'm surprised he didn't take Maheim. Maheim's just totally fine, but he's got stuff here. Stilgar, Shifting. He'll take Shifting, makes sense. Ixian Engineer's there for now. Both Ixian Engineers are there now. He's got 4 left. Bit awkward. He might just pick Shadow Mapes just for the access. And especially with Beguiling Pheromones, I think this is coming. Yeah. So he's going to look to get some double bumps here. That's not good for us, unfortunately. Obviously, we only have 1 faction access card right now, which is not amazing. Also, taking this bump here maybe wasn't a good idea, but well, we did. So, Ilban's going to get the intrigue that's been sitting there all this time that Hundro left. I have no idea what it is. Something. It's unlikely to be swords. Indeed, that's what happens. Not much for Hundro here. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm buying anything as you either. Maybe a liaison once in a while. You've got the Fold Space cards. I don't hate the liaison. Yeah, he does. Seems fine. More Stilgar. Infiltrator as well is always pretty nice. So, we win the first 2 fights, which is great. Desert Power's nice to win. So, can't complain. But this is gonna be a nagging issue for us. This is our hand. It's not great. It's not great. Also, no triangle access. So that when this does get cashed in, we can't beat him to Swordmaster. That's very regretful. None we can do about that. None we can do about that at all. That's just bad luck. I didn't even buy as well. Ugh. What are you gonna do? Oh, jeez. And the worst thing as well is that none of our trash cans are even on our hand here either. Like I don't want to just trash it straight away. I need that bump. So I'm kind of going down, and then I'm not trashing. And I have to play experimentation. We've got nothing else here. Do we just go Arakeen, I guess? Like, what else are we doing here? This is a terrible hand. Basically, any card is good. Even the dagger, I could just go to, like, Tech Negotiation or something. Be able to get to here. Yeah, basically any card is good for some reason or another, so... It's a weird spot, though. Hundro does not, Romba does not know that I don't have access to Swordmaster. He doesn't really want to give it to me. But he's going to do it anyways, because he thinks, well, I'll just be ready for next round at least. But he should go up and down, bump here, memo quarters, bump that, take the money... And say, well, I'll go Swordmaster next round. Not realizing that I can't get there yet. But it just is what it is. Not much we can do about it. Ilban's prepping up for Highliners. Which he will absolutely do because it lets him ship next round. So he'll probably go Mentat Highliner, I would imagine. He bought Chow Murky? Wow. Talk about get out of jail card. That's pretty crazy. I have to at least put something in here. Wow. He went Chow Murky instead of Memo Quarters. I'm not complaining. But I am surprised. Unless he's got Windfall specifically. If he's got Windfall, then it makes all the sense in the world. But I probably still would have got Memo Quarters. Anyways, cashing off Great Flats. Mentat, triple draw. Ilban make it very clear he's just going to spam Mentat every round, which is what people do. Does he have a crazy Windfall here? That would be pretty wild. I mean, if he did, I'd just go get Member Quarters and just get this alliance and call it a day. I almost don't want to use experimentation. I want to reveal it so that next round I can take the trash, because I need the trash so badly. But even just going here and then going selective next round is not the worst thing in the world. I was worried they were all going to go in over as well, but it's okay. I mean, I guess I could just play Spiritual to Basin. It feels kind of stupid not using experimentation, though. Just to get the trash off. It just seems... It feels dumb. It feels really dumb to do that. So, yeah, it's just kind of like... I think we just play it. I think we're very likely to get Selective Breeding next round. We're getting 4 Slurry off this as well with Slick Farmer, in theory. Steel Suit it is from Ilban. So just taking the resources. He has no swords. I think I'm kind of encouraged to go base in and put these in and just get this here. I think I'm kind of pretty much forced to do it. We get to see what the intrigue is anyways when we come down here. That will help us. That'll help guide us a little bit. Yeah, it's been a kind of a weird couple of rounds, this. This doesn't feel great, but... you know. This is our life. That helps. These are going in now. Like I said, look for a card that dictates what you want to do. Now we get 2 specimens out of this. At this early point in the game, that's huge. You see him just going all in on just cards to slam Mentat with. All in on it. Guild Impersonator might actually be useful. Actually, this is actually a really good card. We can just combine this with our ring and just get bumps. And we're getting bonus stuff out of this, right? So interesting spot here. Oh, we're definitely taking this. I feel like this is a good idea. Do we blow the row? Cyanidine is interesting. I can just turn still suits into a victory point. There's not going to be much more water coming out the fight. Unless Basin comes up specifically. But I guess what else am I doing with this? Let's do it. Let's get Cyanidina. And we'll take the Liaison now. Gives us some From and Bonds as well. Am I ever buying Carinogenes here? Does help with Slick Farmer. 2 swords from Romba. Andro, has he got anything? No, the intrigue he kept all this time is no swords, so the battle is lost. Romba Vernius gets himself some bumps. Again, Cryogene, it's like the money would be nice, but again, it's the same situation of it's a card I'd probably want to trash. I've only got 1 graph card. The odds of those 2 combining are really low, and it's not a great combination anyway, so I think we just take the specimens. Move on with our life. It is Basin! Oh my god! It is Imperial Basin. That's absolutely crazy. We also did not pull Slick Farmer, which is also absolutely crazy. Wow. So, here's an interesting route. Arakeen, to get something in the conflict, it draws us Slick Farmer. It gives us a 4th Spice. Diplomacy and Slick Farmer to Conspire gives us 9 Solari. It gives us bumps. And then the 5 left goes High Council of our Dagger. I quite like that. I think that strings together quite nicely. I think that's a good little move. I don't think anyone else is going High Council right now either. Maybe occasionally him. But I think that's a nice little thing. Gets use of our dagger as well. Pedal reveals for some water. We can try and pick up some water here. That'd be great. It's either that or we just go selective breeding. But I want to go selective breeding with Slick Farmer in hand anyways for the money. So I think this is just an auto move. whatever, and we just play it as we see it. It's really hard to put troops in right now, though. Especially in Ilban, again, is just staring at Highliners, and people are going to want a piece of this. So let's not get involved right now. We'll kind of see how this plays out. I know Memo Quarters is still sitting there as well, and I really should go get that. Holtzman's also out there. Wow. Okay, Conspire goes. Ilban takes that. That's unfortunate. So now we're looking at... How on earth am I getting spice with this? It'd have to be the experimentation. Did he go there with his dagger? I'm just looking at Hundro here. He did dagger. I think Hundro wants to go here. I think we're just gonna cut that off. I might lose Memo Quarters. It's fine. That's a shame. That would have been a really nice little route, that. But it got cut off anyways. He did go there. Oh, okay. Fair. Fair. No. Trash out the dagger. What do we pull? Spiritual and Recon. That's not too bad. That's actually not bad at all. That's actually really good. We can go Siege, pick up a water, Pine finish like third. That'll be free water with Water Peddler. And then Sayadina we can just send back to Selective Breeding and just turn it into a point as we go there. And we can trash Water Peddler while we're at it too. It's actually a great draw. And we've still got Guild Impersonator with experimentation for some spice. Like at Basin or something. That's actually a really, really good draw out for us. Really good draw out. Now, we'll keep an eye on what Ilban does here. Stilgar is in that deck somewhere. Trash is convincing, so he's just going all in on that stuff, which is reasonable. Went up that way. Double trashing. Yeah, I think that's a... I've got Stilgar in hand. I might as well try and, like, secure this. Which is fine. I'm willing to let this slide. He's also got 3 intrigues as well. That's also scary. 8 persuasion for Rombavernius. He's going to blow the row and look for a big card, I guess. What does he find? Just one of the biggest in the game. That's pretty sick. That's also his Sword Master as well. He now beats Ilban to it too. That's pretty wild. Oh my god. That is pretty sick. Now in the Shadows is out there as well. Goodness me. I'm gonna have to blow this row. I cannot let Ilban have this card. And our persuasion's so bad, I might as well get rid of these good cards. Freaking Stitch Horror's out there. Let's get this stuff out of here. There we go. That's a lot less innocuous. So we're just limp. Take the loose water. But we're in good shape here. We're in decent shape. We're accumulating quite nicely. Factions are still a problem. And I don't dispute this. Guild Ambassador, Guild Impersonator is going to have to get our 2 bumps in, which I think it can definitely do. I don't know how we're getting this friendship. I haven't a clue. This alliance as well is, like, absolutely, like, probably dead. I should never have bumped that with the shipping bump. That was a mistake. There was the Stilgar swords, as noted. Stitch Horror is ours if we want it. Are we far enough to top deck it? We are not, but I don't see how we don't take that. Yeah, we're taking this. Imperial Spy helps us get to our what we need as well, our friendship. So we'll take that too. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling good about this though. For a Memnon game, I'm liking this. We've got stuff ready to go. It's just got to happen. Just got to make this happen. Interesting spot here for Romba. He has revealed negotiate withdrawal. Does he consider retreating, assuming he's going to lose the fight? He does! Look at this! He actually retreats, assuming that Ilban's going to beat him and gives it up. That's wild. He takes the Alliance. I mean, again, this bump's like, I should never have taken that. That was just a mistake. I'm not going to challenge for the Alliance. It's not worth it. I got more important things to do. But hell of that just willingly gives it up. That's pretty crazy, but whatever. Alright. Are we likely to get this to here or here? I think so. I think it's decent enough odds. I think it's decent enough odds. We trash Peddler or Dagger here? I think we need to trash Dagger. Peddler's still got some use. We are not using that. Was that card? Let's see. Trash that. That's not great. But he's got more faction power than I can. I can't really do anything about this. It's all kind of screwed up, so I'm just gonna stay out of this for now. Swordmaster's taken. We are gonna get to one of these. I would like, obviously, to keep the spice. Giving him the spice is interesting. I just calculated higher anyways. That's fine. To be fair, sometimes Ilbans do, and they just hit the space anyways, just because they want the card draw. Definitely seen that. Holtzman's still out there, though. I really don't want to give him Holtzman Engine 2. Ilban's just going to snowball. Kind of sucks to give up the water here, but it's not a disaster. I'm going to need this to help, aren't I? I guess I'm coming down this way. Yeah. I'm good. If I take the bump there, Guild Impersonate is one bump here. I probably get another bump out of this somewhere, even if it's just like with my ring or something. Stitched Horror can give me more water for Sayadina as well. I think we can make things happen here. Dreadnoughts for Romba. Reasonable. Let's go get this done. There's no need to put any troops in here. It's a waste of time for us. Just chill, relax. Not do anything too crazy here. We probably just keep going, but we just go back to Siege. Like, it's kind of worth it. I know we have no intrigues, though, which isn't great. But water's just so important. Like, Peddler and Stitched Horror just sets us up. And we definitely ain't getting much Fremen Bond out of this. Not in this game, so it's kind of a use card. And being able to use Sayadina to go to the Bene Gesserit and select a breed is, like, perfect. That's everything we want. And now at this point, there definitely is no more water coming in fights. Like, all the water's out. So if I want to get to free water, I have to go Siege. Memo quarters is also, again, still a thing, though. Maybe we just grab quarters, and that way this bump isn't not doing anything. Again, we don't go for the Alliance. I think the Alliance is pretty dead. I don't think it's ever realistic I'm gonna get hold of that. Which is what it is. 6 Persuasion would give me Treachery. And he ain't getting it, and there's no more of those. Yeah, I like this. Let's do this. It's been sat there long enough. Let's take the Emperor bump. And we can always just pivot and just, like, Treachery this if we need to. Like, just always having this in the back pocket's always nice to scare people. I think this is a good little way to get this played. And again, we can always just send, like... If we're really that badly after water, I can always just send Sitched Horror itself to Siege. Just do that. That's totally fine. So we just have a bit of flexibility. Kind of see how things play out. It's one of those ones where if I was to ever go for this Alliance, I'd have to seal it immediately because he's got frickin' shifting. So you are forced to just lock it immediately. The last thing you want to do is go Treachery and then he just uses shifting and just takes the Alliance. That'd be pretty disastrous. And if he just uses it to just get water out of the Alliance, like, I don't really care too much about that. So we'll pick up Treachery for 6. Next round, like, we've got whatever we draw, we've got options, which is great. We should get hold of this. Ideally, we'd want to get, obviously, like, Slig and Diplo together again. But whatever we draw, we've got options. So, you know, feeling fairly decent about this. Not much left for Ilban to do here, unfortunately. Andre went in very heavy here. He has no intrigues, he's just got to. It's unlikely he has 6. Unless he's got Ceremony. If he's got Imperium Ceremony, that hurts. Oh, he had Liaison. That's very unfortunate for us. That's very unfortunate for us. Nothing we can do about that. Alright. Let's go get Jean. Oh, God. Yeah, that's just bad luck. Our deck is pretty big here. This is gonna trash. Like, it's not as big as it looks, but this is problematic. Again, he's got convincing. Again, he might talk himself into retreating here. Mr. Bludgeon, how you doing, man? Howdy, welcome. Greetings. Hopefully you're well. We are... What is this? This is so absurd. This is so ridiculous to make this retreat, but he's like, yeah, I think I'm good here. He's not scared of Ilban. Absolutely not terrified at all. As he just peels off TM for him. Yikes. Ugh. I mean, all we can do is score what we can. Quarters is looking a lot harder. We should get hold of this before anyone else. Quarters needs 5 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I'm going to have to find a 5th bump from somewhere, but we'll see. That's High Council money. But I think that's the best thing to do. It's just go. Quarters is doable. It's not easy, but it is doable. Well, the idea of Memnon was that there was round 1 memo quarters. High Council, yes, of course. Thank you. I always forget about. Yeah, Memnon's High Council is bump 5. I always forget about that. Thank you. Yeah, it memo quarters on the opening row, so I just had to give myself some options. There wasn't much else to pick from, honestly. We're just kind of doing things. Guild Impersonator is nice for us. Pairs of our ring to get some spice. So we're looking okay. It's also getting harder now for Hundred to score as well, so... That's brutal. What the hell am I doing with this? I just missed everything. I have to go here, right? I have to go here. I think this is... I don't see what else I can do. I'm gonna get a load of spice. If I go Signaling Slig Farmer, I could get Holtzman. But I think it's too late for Holtzman. I don't think I'm getting a Spice Must Flow here either. I need to do things. Imperial Spy. Okay. I guess we're going Conspire, right? That's very sad. You know, and the free cards you need at the bottom 3 of your deck, that's out of your control. That is out of your control. That is brutal. That is brutal. Ah, man. Alright. We'll go Basin. Get experimentation done. I mean, we might find intrigues that help us along this track of it. But yeah, Holtzman's too late. Not with no spice of our own hand, but it's not worth it, this game. But nice as it is, Holtzman can be a bit of a trap sometimes. Like, it's great, but round 6 with no spice flow in this hand, like, what are we doing with it? I'd have to assume this game's going 8 rounds, and there is no guarantee of this. And we've still got uses for the spice, like going here is fine. But yeah, we'll go here first. Hundro is... I can't see a world Hundro Moritani is going to Conspire. It just seems so ridiculous. And we have to get this played, so... That's very sad to see. What is that? He's got Grand Conspiracy. That's what that is. He has Grand Conspiracy. I'm almost certain of that. I don't see why you take that bump otherwise. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright. What's better here? Send it spacing. If I'm going to have to diplomacy one of these factions hard way, then I would rather diplomacy the Emperor than here, because I'm never getting to Highliner, I don't think, this game. We're not really playing for it. We got Saidina. Saidina is going to be our 3rd bump here. We've got the water. Well, we will eventually have the water for her. cannot believe these were the bottom 2 cards of the deck. That's so rough. So rough. Not gonna lie, this is a bad round for us. This is a really bad round for us. Oh, really? Yeah, I think Conspire, Double Intrigue, set for High Council, and just see what we can do. But this was, yeah, this was not a great round for us. Not a great round for us. We've made the best of what we got. It's interesting as well, I am threatening Highliner here, it should be noted. Like, they don't know that I don't have my Diplomacy in hand. But I'm definitely threatening ripping a Highliner here. It's definitely possible. And with Memo Quarters, like, I could totally still do it. Which is why he's just thinking about this. If he's got access to Hardy Warriors, he should just do it. Ilban's also gone in pretty heavy here. Kind of weirdly gone in really heavy. What is this? Is he got staged? It feels like this could be a stage incident play. No Tetra in the buy. And a weird, like, limp in. Really strange. Anyways. That's not bad. That's good. What this does allow us to do, if we find Sayadina, we can just straight still suit her, because it'll be 2 water, and we can just do it this way instead. So, it's not the worst, but the odds of getting the Alliance are, like, negligible. You see that combination? He had to put Beguiling with the shipping just to get access to this. But yeah, this isn't really for that. I think this is just maybe some flexibility. Maybe there's a world we get an intrigue out of this, you know, in a respin. Yeah, he is just sitting with intrigues, but no one's going there. I couldn't go there. Just spamming a million cards as Ilban. Ilban just being allowed to do whatever he wants here. No one's getting in his way, unfortunately. So 2. Yeah, we're just gonna see what happens here at this point. We can maybe get to here. Maybe. We're gonna need some help, though. We're gonna need some help. Unfortunately, we're last at next round, which is pretty bad. So... like, we're in a decent position, but the game state is out of our control. Basically what's going on here. Like, Ilban is getting very strong. Romba, we need Romba to win this battle. Well. 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 I'd say that's pretty bad. No, we just need someone to stop Romba. It's as simple as that. I don't really want it to be Ilbarn, but what are you gonna do? Again, it's pretty hard for Romba to score points here, but he's got shifting. So he can always just go after more alliances. He can always just go after more alliances. Freaking TM, man. So ridiculous. So... yeah, it's... we're going to need some help. Like, this deck draw is absolutely brutal for us. And we now need a lot of help in how our deck draws. If our deck doesn't draw out great, like, our game is probably over. I've set up as well as I could, but... I don't really like the look of it. Pulls the Spice's flow. Wild. I think he's drawn his deck. He has drawn his deck. That is his deck. Crazy. Does he have a way of activating that? Not much of a way. There's the tiebreaker swords. Yeah, this looks pretty bad. We're never going to get these bumps in time. Hello. Ambush swords. He's going to get the job done. Okay. Well, what does Romba do? Do you go after this? You do go after this. He's absolutely playing like he's got Grand Conspiracy. Does he have more faction bumps? That's the question. But he's gonna ask the question here of Hunter and say, what do you want to do here? His grand vision. Ha! It's probably not bad for us, actually. It's probably not bad for us. We do find Sayadina. There she is. So... what do we do here? It's hard to see us winning Grand Vision. We need to stage Incident. I'll do this. That's right. I think the game is probably ending this round anyway, so... I also have no access to High Council, so... what do we want to do here? He's just drawing his deck before he hasn't made a move. That's so stupid. I think we just have to play this. I think it's just kind of forced. I don't think we get to here and here in time. I mean, there is no spice out there, though. If somehow no one grabs any spice, then we can consider doing that. But surely Ilban's just taking spice here, right? Yeah, so I don't think that's on. Problem is, Hunter's he's got shifting in his hand, so it's not on. He's got shifting allegiance in his hands. Also, hello. And he would use shifting on me, not Rombavernius here. I have to get the Sayadina water point, don't I? Surely Ilban is just going to go selective if I leave it. Ah, God. I think we just have to do this and just make the best of the situation that we can. Research track. I'm not there. Yeah, not enough water. There's no great options. I think we just got to take what points we've got here. We'll leave Stitch for now. Stitch will combine with experimentation. And just do this. It's not amazing. It's a point. Yeah, unfortunately 6 ID and Hardy's just it's too slow. If somehow this is left, then we can, you know, still go there, I guess. Wow. That's a weird move. AI doing AI things. I mean, I guess I just go here. I mean, but if I need memo cores, I've got to hit this, right? This is so weird. If I don't go here, Ilban wins the game. I feel like I should go here just to stop Ilban getting the bump. If he gets the bump, he's getting Spiceless Flow, the game ends, and we lose. So I think we just have to do this. Do I do it with Stitched? No. And we can still turn this into an intrigue. We're not in any danger of getting the troops in. That's very sad. That is very sad. What? Ah, yikes. But yeah, we have to go here. We just can't let him go here. Because the game's just over. He got a bad card draw, I guess. He's already got this point as well. Like, he can't buy 2 Spiceless Flows. If he's got a point in hand, he's got a point in hand. There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, this is the only way that we stop Ilban from winning the game, is by going here. That's a I don't really like that sort of situation. That's not doing anything for him. We can still get quarters going. We're going to need some help. We need some help. Let's go do this. That's not terrible if there's another round. Experimentation can just go at this point. It's starting to work. That's... I guess take the water. The water's more useful than the troops, so... Let's put in 2. Just protecting against getting double-crossed here. This is prime double-cross territory. Andro will retreat here for sure. He's done it twice already. He's going to surely do it again. No! No, he's not. Oh, that's the game then. Didn't really matter. Cool! I forgot he had the bump in hand, so... Cool. Yeah, just... Don't know much about that. Don't know much about it. Shrug. The only hope is that he pulls demand respect and steals this alliance. That's the only way this game continues. Only way this game continues. Just give me these, sure. Whatever. Nah. Just didn't draw access. Didn't draw good access, so. Oh well. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah. So 2 games, 1 by 2 meta leaders, as is the way. As is the way. Bar some wild heroics, but it's 1 card, so cool. I might get second on tie breaks, maybe. Oh yeah, corner. Okay. Wait, what? Oh right, I got no spice from the combat. Of course, forgot. My bad. Totally forgot. Oh well, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Right. Do I just sit around for like 10 minutes? Yeah, sure. We'll sit around for 10 minutes. Fine, I can do 1 more game. It's cool. Do an actual proper rank one, I guess. Put myself up here. So yeah, we'll sit around for the rank game. I don't really care. It's not a big deal to me. Things to talk about. There's not really a whole lot to talk about at the moment, really. Like I've already talking about Dune 3 a little bit. My thoughts on what comes for Dune Imperium next. I do, for my own sake, kind of hope that a 3rd version of the game does come out. And I still will hold to that, based on no evidence whatsoever. Ugh, please, that's not a good idea. Not at the moment. because yeah, as I've said, like where I am kind of at the moment with Dune Imperium is like I kind of need something to happen to kind of get me playing a bit more regularly, I guess, at the moment. I'm kind of like in this weird limbo where I'm just like kind of playing infrequently, playing some comps, do the odd stream here and there. Like if a third version of the game did come out for the third film, it would be the best thing that happens for me, which is partly why I kind of hope it does happen. I have a feeling it won't, though. I don't know. Like, again, this is where Dune Imperium is just in this weird spot where, like, I don't really know what you do with it at this point. Like, if you're just content to say, well, we'll do a couple of card packs and we'll do, like, you know, some digital first come, whatever else it is, you're basically saying Dune Imperium is done, apart from a couple of things we're throwing on here and there. And I just think that would be a bit of a waste. And I do feel like the series has one more big thing in it. And I think a third version of the game could work. Now, I will say that I have no knowledge of what the third... It's Dune Messiah, I think it's the book it's based on. I think it's Dune Messiah. I have absolutely no knowledge of the book. I don't know anything that happens about it. I don't know what are the overarching themes. I don't know anything about it. So, in regards to like what mechanics it could have that the previous two games don't have, there'd be people far better knowledge than me that have that. But yeah, like it would be the best thing for me to happen because I would put time into it for sure. I would play it on my own time. You know, I would do streams. I would do stuff like that here and there. Like I would throw myself at it. And that's something obviously I did for Dune Imperium originally. Something that I did do for Uprising for a little while, but you know, if I was going to throw myself at like Uprising with like the community stuff, I would have already done it months ago, and I haven't. So you know, I've accepted that it's not going to happen. I still play the occasional game of Bloodlines randomly. Not ranked or anything. On Tabletop, on TTS Club, on in the main LFG, occasionally there's a guy called Wisdom who hosts a few games. One of them is Dune Imperium Uprising, and I have played in that a few times. Just casual, just kind of chilling, play with some folks, kind of teach them how to play the game a bit better, stuff like that, which has been kind of nice. I've liked doing that. But yeah, like playing at a competitive level for Uprising it's me, and I accept that, and I'm okay with that. I don't lose sleep on that, but it's not going to happen. That ship has sailed. So yeah, the best thing, admittedly, for me is a third version of the game coming out. Be the best thing for both us and Hidden Assets as a channel, no doubt about that. But whether that happens is beyond me. I'm not going to beg Paul down to do it for my behalf, but you know, I wouldn't mind. But maybe there's just also the fact that maybe just Dune Imperium has reached the end of its lifespan in a way. Like, I mean, you think the first game came out, what, 2019, was it? The very first version of the game? I think it was 2019. He says as he looks it up on BGG. It was like back end of 2019, wasn't it? Doesn't it usually tell you something about this here? Am I being an idiot? 2020, my bad. 2020 it came out. I think it was like the back end of 2022. So, and as I spoke about, when I got involved into the game, it was just as Rise of X was coming out. I remember playing my first couple of games just straight based Dune Imperium, and then I was already into Rise of X stuff. It hadn't been out. It'd been out for maybe a couple of months when I first got my hands on Dune Imperium during COVID. And yeah, like definitely, you know, like where especially back and during COVID, I had the time to like throw myself at this, and I did. And you know, I like to think I got pretty decent. And you know, even when Uprising did come out, like I still, you know, committed what time I could to it. But yeah, obviously when Bloodlines, but even towards the back end before Bloodlines came out, I was kind of falling out of love with Uprising, which I've talked about on various occasions. And Bloodlines is like kind of like I accept it as an expansion, it's decent. But I've just never quite gotten along with Uprising's main general systems, is the problem. I've never got much satisfaction out of it. I don't know why that is exactly. Worms probably doesn't exactly help. Stuff like Gears obviously didn't help either. And I know like the community version doesn't have that. And the community version of the game, as it is currently, is actually not that bad. But it's the difficulty for me is I just feel like as someone who does stuff on this channel, you guys, you don't come to watch streams or videos to kind of watch me plod about and be terrible at a game. And I just don't have the time, or I guess really the desire to get really good at Bloodlines, especially when you think, like I look at like it's the one irony of when I went to the Beast Invitational about this time last year. And I had to qualify to get there, and I put in grind. I played like 50, 60 games, about 50 games, I think it was 40, 50 games, in the space of about a month of practice to try and win the qualifiers, and I did, and I got through to the event, and that was great. It was nice to have been there. But when I got there, like I was so completely out of my depth, and it made me realize that unless I'm gonna put in enough time to play like hundreds of games of this, like I'm just not gonna be competitive in that setting, and I'm not gonna be playing hundreds of games of this, of Uprising. So, the irony of having qualified to like the big events and then that kind of making me realize that I can't compete. It's the irony of it, I suppose. But that's the way it goes. So, and I know they've had another invitational since then. I think they had one like towards the back end of last year, and that's fine. If I never go to another one, it's a shame, but it is what it is. So yeah, admittedly, self-biasedly, a third game coming out that's new that I can throw myself at is definitely the best thing that can happen for me, and I make no qualms, and no, I don't hide that at all. That's absolutely the best thing that can happen. But whether it will or not, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I did. I wish I did. To be fair, just any news of what's going on Dune Imperium-wise would be nice. In fact, if I go to... if I just go to Direwolf Digital's their own site. Let's go to news. When was the last news article that they released that had anything to do with Dune Imperium? Let's see. So, this month, so we got Clank Digital. Let's go through all this. They had they're currently actually doing as of yesterday, they're actually doing a sale on Steam for all their games. So that's Art Nova, Cascadia, Dune, Clank, Munchkin, all that sort of stuff. But they are doing sales on Steam currently. I will note. Let's go back a bit more. We got Everdell. They're at Gen Con. They are going to be at Gen Con this summer. July to August, I think it's in Indianapolis, I think it is. Now we're going to December. Clank stuff, Steam sale, Munchkin. So this is now going to November. They're at PAX. Some patch notes in November 12th was the last thing digital-wise of any kind, which is not great. Lightning Train got introduced and released. Root stuff. Autumn sale. Oh my god, is it really this far back? Gen Con 25 where they were at. Lightning Train. Clank. Patch notes. So the first thing I can find for Dune Imperium that's not patch notes on their news articles was the release of Dune Imperium Immortality Digital. Now available for Dune Imperium Digital. That was July 15th of last year. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. That is the last news article they had of Dune that wasn't patch notes. Ah, yeah. So Arcs I've mentioned about once or twice. I've never played Arcs. I am aware of the game, and I have seen bits of it. Arcs is something that I'm interested in giving like a spin. I don't know if it's a game that like I want to play, if that makes sense. Like, I think the idea of it is very interesting, and obviously you can definitely just like go completely into the weeds in that. But yeah, like Arch Digital is probably something I would at least give a spin to. But something like Arch Digital, it's kind of like one of those games where like it can't really afford to be very buggy, because it's a very specific game where things need to work as they're meant to do, otherwise it's going to quickly unravel. So, but yeah, definitely Arcs Digital is like something I am interested in doing. And I will probably give it a spin. I'm sure there are people that watch this video or streams or whatever else and have played Arcs themselves. But yeah, it's one of those ones where like, I don't think Arcs is a game where you're gonna know if you like it until you play it, because it is a very sharp game. And obviously it is a little bit obtuse, I think, on occasion, with stuff that's going on and stuff like that. And there's a lot of ways where that game can just like go brutally against you, I feel. But I do look at it as it's almost like a game where I think like you should probably try. It's a bit like what's the best way I can describe this? It's a bit like Twilight Imperium in a way. Like, I am of the opinion that if you are a board game enthusiast, you should probably play TI at some point, just to kind of say you've done it and to have that experience. Like, TI is very different. You know, I played like 5 or 6 games of it, and like I'm happy that I did. I feel like it's a bit of like kind of a mini tick box that's been ticked, and it like makes me kind of like having that experience of that type of game does help me kind of understand other things better, if that makes sense, in other games. And kind of getting, you know, when you've got a game of that such of an absurd level of scope and everything going on, like, it does help put everything else into context a little bit. So I'm glad that I've played like the 5 or 6 games of TI4 that I did. Would I play ever again? Probably not. Unfortunately, my experiences at TI4 were not great. That's not because of the game. You know, I had 1 or 2 games actually I played that were alright, but unfortunately I also had a couple of games that were against people that just ruined it. And it was kind of hard to shake that off. And also, like, committing 8 hours for a game is kind of hard to do nowadays, so... Yeah, they're gonna have to have voice comms. You can't play Twilight Imperium without being able to speak to each other. Like, that has to be a thing, so... We'll see. Alright, first pick for us then. What do we got here? I see the beast. What do we got? Snoopers, transports. Our row is very cheap. Very cheap. Some very powerful cards here, though. That's a crazy cheap row. It's not even that bad. I mean, it's hard not to play Beast here. He is my best leader. Let's get some flexibility and just kind of see how this plays out. Always good to be Beast. Threaten people with your ring. Stone Resources gives you flexibility to do cool stuff. But yeah, very weird row. It's one of those rows where I don't know if this row is going to live or not. I can see someone buying Freighter Fleet and then they might just blow it up. I have no idea. We'll see. Anyways, Hunter in third. Not his usual spot, but totally fine. Elaser in second and Lido in first position. Okay. Okay. We'll see how we go then. So yeah, being Beast is always great. This is a good combat for us in theory. We can do some fun stuff with this. Our hand is not great. Not gonna lie. We're pretty reliant on getting to one of two places, and I'm not convinced we're gonna get there. Is there ever, like, some round 1 Sonic Snoopers here? I'm actually considering round 1 Sonic Snoopers. Yeah, no surprise there. She wants to go Steel Suits Research Station. That's her plan. That's why she took a laser, I think. Steel Suits Research Station. Because she wants to get hold of Stitched. Yeah. It keeps us at, like, 6 persuasion. And cards are going to peel off in front of us. We could also just go wealth. Wealth is fine. Especially with this combat here. If we had our ring, it would be so much better. Yeah. Let's just go wealth. And we'll see what happens. Well, we could go here. We could go tech negotiation. Like, we have options. I don't think this is ever an early reveal row. Usual stuff here, of course. But yeah, she's surely going research station here with, like, her recon if she can. Or maybe she's going to hold on to the spice and try and go Great Flat Conspire next round. Yeah, that's what she's doing here. Look at this. So now we're going to have an interesting position here. We're going to have an interesting spot. A Hagger Basin goes, so nothing we can do. We are shut out. Oh well. Or do we Mentat? This is good. This is good. This is good. That's not good. This isn't right. Howdy, howdy. If we just pull the dagger, we go here anyways, right? Alright. Wealth meant... It's the only card I didn't want to see. The only card I didn't want to see was that. Hate my life. Oh well. Is what it is. Is what it is. Well, this is trouble. This is huge trouble. Obviously, we're gonna get a treachery. Well, hopefully, we're gonna get a treachery here, which would be nice. And we are. But this is kind of a not good. Is what it is. I mean, she's just gonna go Great Flat Conspire. So... Who is that? I assume she's going Great Flat Conspire. She got the intrigue that Hundro dumped. I mean, this isn't a bad thing. The problem is now as our hand is, like, really wonky. So... we'll see what happens. No. Then she doesn't do it, so... So Hondro's going to go here. So Hondro wants to smuggle and go straight to shipping. That's what he wants to do. And Troop Transports is there as well, which is pretty crazy. Alright, Terrible Purpose is up. I mean, that is a good conflict for us. That makes you feel a bit better. And we will be able to win this pretty much uncontested. He's got 1 dagger. He has got diplomacy. So the question is, if I... Oh, she does smuggle block. Good move there. So the question is, if I don't go Hardy Warriors, does Lido go Hardy Warriors? That is the question. He's got Hardy Warriors, and he's got his ring, and he's got Recon. So if I don't go here, he's just gonna rip it, right? What is the Still Suits Water doing for us here? She can't get to... What? She's abandoned Great Flat? She can't go there. Wow. I have to do this, right? And I just gotta threaten me and say, well, I've got my ring. Do you want to go Hardy Warriors? He does go Hardy Warriors. And we have a decision to make. If there's any city left, it's pretty bad. This is a really weird spot now. She goes round to High Council. So, we have a decision. We've got a quite an important choice, actually, here. We could just go Great Flat, take the spice to go, like, conspire and stuff. The problem is I don't think we're ever getting a Swordmaster quickly enough. Or we go Carfag, we rip it in, and say, well, I know you've got the extra dagger, the recon, but you can't beat me unless you pull your dagger. So you going there and just putting the troop in is just going to make us tie. And we just challenge him and say, what do you want to do? I've got the intrigue. You don't have the intrigue. If you pull your dagger, you pull your dagger. It's a, what, a D... It's a D7. But he has actually got 2 cards with daggers, actually. So we've got an interesting choice here. I think we go for it. It's a big enough reward that it's worth going for. And we could always go Great Flat Highline next round or something like that. And we just say, alright, do you wanna go for it? Unless he pulls a dagger, he can't win this fight. Because he has none in play. That's a lie. He's got a dagger. He is tying. So he's probably just going to play the tie. Okay, he's going to play the tie. Cool. Alright. But it denies a point at least. It's fine. I'm just going to say, alright then. We'll just dance. He had committed himself to that, so... That's not what she was looking for at a row of 5. She'll probably just take Truth Siren does. I mean, second place is good enough here. It's totally fine. But yeah, we're looking at high... I think we're looking at, yeah, like, Great Flat Highliner. That's where we're at here. Everyone's just blowing the row now. Blew the row at 3. That was greedy. That was very greedy. Liet Kynes is out there. Oh my god. Now I have to blow the row to block that. Anything for 2? Definitely grabbing Stitched. No one got there ahead of us, thankfully. I'm going to take it for some faction access. Also, being able to manipulate our troops is not the worst thing in the world. Let's see if he pulled his extra dagger. He did not. Tie it is. Well, everyone's blown the row here. So I'll show it, it's fine. Well, what are you gonna do? TMs. Oh my god, Web of Power's out there as well now. That's actually kind of interesting because if Hundred gets his Swordmaster this round, we would reveal first, unless someone else reveals early. Could be kind of weird. We'll see what happens. I think, yeah, we're just going Great Flat High Line. I don't really see any other way for us to play this. Certainly when it comes to Imperial Basin. I think this is just an auto move. How many troops do we put in for this? It's obvious I don't have any sword intrigues that I could use. I could have Private Army. Anything else I surely would have just played, so... We'll see what happens. Damn, that's annoying. We don't have to highline. So the other argument is we conspire. And the reason we conspire is it gets us to 7 slide. We just got to find a coin from somewhere. But first we're at next round. And the argument is that it also gets us to 3 bumps here. And if we can just get the 4th bump straight away, then our signet ring is off and running. So there is an argument that says we conspire instead. We still get 2 troops into the conflict. And the other issue we've got is if we go highline, like, it's a really weird spot. Especially with Allied Armada as well. We're kind of encouraged to go this route. And we're still likely going to pick up some water out of the fight too. Maybe we just do it this way. Ah, he had Windfall. Okay. That's fine. That's why he went that way. Okay, that's reasonable. And then next round, we can go Wealth, we could go Smuggling, and just get Swordmaster guaranteed next round, right? Except... No. Oh, actually, no. Lido's... Ah, Lido wants to go Smuggling and Shipping, but he's going to give me Swordmaster. Yeah, we're doing it this way. We're going to go this way around. Interesting. Pull War Chest. Also, doing this as well. Again, we're in a situation where Hundred's gone Swordmaster, so we're going to get Web of Power, which is great. But Lido will give me Swordmaster if he takes the money here. He's like, well, okay. Does that laser ever early reveal here? She would give up on a 1 step ahead card. And this combat's wide open. Really wide open. Does it ever make sense to war chest this fight if I could win it? I don't think it does. Not with the water, right? Not with the water. Let me just hold on to it, it's fine. Ugh. Just kind of having to maneuver around here a little bit. Problem is, if I don't go Swordmaster now, like, when are we getting it? Yeah. We might not get anything out of this fight. Hundro might... Hundro... I don't know what Hundro's going to do here. It's kind of weird for Hundro, this. It's a really strange spot, this, for Hundro. Do you just faction like this? Does he have faction? Maybe. I have no idea what Hundro's going to do here. He can't hardy warriors. If he wants to fight, he has to go Arakeen. No, he reveals a web. Given his hand, I probably would have done the same thing. Fair enough. Spiritual Fervor's out there again. I think we're taking it because I can trash a card with that. Soon. Also, just get another intrigue now, which is always good. The DUI for that's not great. Oh, I'm a one bump. I bought Stitched. Of course I did. That's fine. Yeah, given his hand, I'd have probably done the same thing. I'd probably done the same thing. So we'll pick up some water, which is good. Having Tilt was always nice. Target some more great flat high line in the future. We do want to get aggressive. With Shout Out Mapes on our hand, we can use it to kind of like manipulate. So we want to make sure we've always got garrison stuff around. We'll just play around with stuff. What did Hundro reveal? Yeah, he couldn't use this. Yeah, that's like, you might as well just grab web. Yeah. 7 persuasion for Lasery Kaz. Good grief. Not the best row for 7. Round 2 High Council is definitely pretty crazy. I wonder if she got corner or something. I don't know. We'll see. It is really tempting. It is really tempting. She's gone for unnatural reflexes. The problem is she's not, like, ready to use it yet. She's kind of gone the wrong way. Oh, well. He's going to grab an entry. Well, not that way. Anyways, we'll just pass. It's fine. Take our water. Decent for just throwing treachery up there. Get some water out of the combat as well is nice. I'll have to make something work here. Stitched is our card. We need to play around that. How many cards have I got that give me access to? 1, 2, 3 out of 12. Wow. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, you got private army. I mean, I'd use it too. I'd use it too. All right. What this is, it's a research station. Probably this water more so than getting spice. We're not going to get this, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. There's probably like a research station spice somewhere. Carthag it is. This is actually not terrible. Especially if I'm just going to commit myself to this. Like, I'm just using probably just these two. Yeah. That's cool. I wonder if I went and took the spice, would Lido go Swordmaster or shipping here? I actually don't know. I actually don't know what he would do. It is so tempting. Is it tempting enough to give up Swordmaster here? I don't think so. Oh, he has no access! He didn't draw access! Oh my goodness! He missed it! Wow. That's brutal. If he's mentating there, that's a I did not pull access anywhere. She hasn't got access to this? What is happening here? We're gonna get Hager Basin anyway? What? That's crazy. Now I don't really know what to do in regards to this. I think we do play the experimentation. We can go up and trash the dagger. Wild. Pretty crazy. We'll kind of see what happens. It's not really realistic to win this fight when Hondro's still got 2 actions to go and he's got Garrison. We might be better off just playing Shadow Mapes to Still Suits and just not worry about the troop. Without the Alliance, like, I can't go for it, and I don't have the money either. Tech Negotiation. I guess she's going Snoop. She's not going anything, just getting resources. What a weird round this has been. And we can just limp here and just take a loose spice, so... And then we're looking at, like, Conspire again. Conspire gives us some high counts with daggers and such, maybe. The money we do need for War Chest 2. That gives us the Alliance. Crazy that I got Hager Basin. I cannot believe neither of them had access to that. No wonder it took her a while to, like, make a decision. Ah, Still Suits goes. Alright. We'll go Hardy Warriors, and we'll just put in 2 troops. Threaten, like, second wave or something. We do need to get this friendship done. Okay. Alright. Well, weird round, but we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm not gonna be overly upset. Just strange how that all played out. I would like second place. Would be nice. We should probably get it. She'll take negotiated, I would assume. Oh, there's other memory. Ah, Missionaria, that's why. Yeah, she wants the BG stuff. Alright. Kwisatz Haderach is out there. Kwisatz Haderach is out there. Hence selective breeding. It's a free punt. He's going to try and make a play for it. If he gets it, he's favourite. Very quickly, he's favourite in this game, if he gets this. Doesn't think he's got enough persuasion in his hand. Yeah, he's got a dagger in there as well. But he should do because of web. I think he should go for it. I don't think he's got anything to lose. Yeah, just go for it. You want to trash cards anyways. You got web and power, like... If you get web and power and Quiz Hadorat, like, you win the game. We ain't gonna stop you. The game's over. He really doesn't fancy it, but I don't really see what else he's doing here. Secrets? Wow. He just really doesn't think it's likely he gets it, I suppose. Okay, I guess. But no one can get rid of that's the problem. No one can get rid of that. Which is kind of scary. I mean, we've trashed the dagger, so arguably we can just put a liaison in its place now. Got one guild impersonator ever this game. Again, I've got no bumps there. And again, I don't know where I'm getting those bumps. I'll leave it for now. We can't top deck it anyways, so there's no need to... I can't use it yet. Leo has 7. So he was actually close. Maybe he was also scared that Lido already had it. Another Hundro with freaking negotiate withdrawal again. Anyways. Maybe there's a way we can make Guild Impersonator work. It's probably asking a lot, though. Anyways, we'll see. We'll pick up the intrigue, see what we get. We'll have a look. Poison Snooper, huh? That's our hand. Coin flip on a dagger or an experimentation. Trashing the dagger would be nice. And if we get the experimentation, we can just graft that to Stitch, so... Both are okay. We can trash out that recon, get it out of there. Arakeen is a decent fight. One we probably have to win, I would argue. Without our Armada in hand, we can always win it basically whenever we want. I would like to win it, you know, without that. Lido goes Swordmaster right away. Does not bother shipping. That is a mistake. I don't see how a laser could ever beat you to that. Maybe he only had one access card between the both, but that seems impossible. Whatever, I guess. That's a little scary. I can't say I particularly enjoy this. That is a little scary. Do I selective breed? No, we gotta get this alliance. We'll get this alliance. Ixion Probe. That'll be useful next round. We can use that to try and find Stitched again. Let's do this. I kind of almost want to play it. I could draw it and just play it to Snoopers. And then trash it with Stitched. Alright, fine. I'll do it this way then. Or even just go High Council. Like, I can definitely play it and do something with it. Do we ever go High Council and early reveal for Kwisatz and not play Stitched? Is that a legitimate move that we could do? Or is that just, like, kind of crazy? I think this has to be... It can't be a bad idea, this, can it? I ain't winning the fight. And I don't need the money. I mean, the money would be good. But war chest we can just turn into swords. And Kwisatz is Kwisatz, and I've got a pretty small deck. And we got Ixion Probe. Like, this can't be bad, right? What's the odds that he's got 8 persuasion? The other thing I'm trying to look at is going Arakeen, but I don't think there's a way I can get 8 persuasion unless I literally pull the liaison out. It'd be a fluke. He's hunting for it too. It feels bad not playing Stitched. I will not lie. It feels really bad. All I gotta do is see Kwisatz twice. And it's enough. It's a really weird spot. Really don't know what to do. I could just go here and have 7. Trash Recon. Let's do it. This is scary. Wow. I just pulled that. I mean, I just throw it in, right? Maybe I win the fight sometimes. The money's still good. Screw it. No, the money's not bad. And maybe she just doesn't have battle intrigue. She played Private Army earlier. She might not have anything else. If we steal this battle like this, it is utterly absurd. And almost, honestly, not really fair. We'll see. Got 2 big power cards, like, just needing to make count. Ixion Probe, again, does help in case we get, like, a really dirt draw. Hundro puts him in anyways. What's this? What's going on here? Ah, right, he had to negotiate, that's why. Okay, it's turned into a bum. Hundro is running away with this game. And Weather Power is not helping either, so... Like, Weber's already fully going. It's pretty absurd. We might not be able to stop him. Like, he might just be too far in front, but we'll try. But I don't like our odds here. Hondro probably does not need to fight anymore. He can just hit this, buy Spice of Flow, and probably just win. That's so disgusting. That is so disgusting. I've won this fight. That's so unlucky for her. She did not deserve that. That was utterly heinous. Right, okay. How do we try and win this game? How do we try and win this game? What are we gonna do? What are we doing here? This hand is not good. I'm not really sure what to do. The consideration is we Ixion probe, like experimentation and convincing or something, and just hit selective immediately. How am I getting these bumps? Maybe I discard Shout Out Mates and just trash her. Doesn't feel great. But I don't really see what else I'm doing with her this game. It's a weird spot. Well, if we're going to go here, we need to go then immediately. I don't think Hunter's catchable at this point. I think he's just running away with us. Look at his garrison as well. Yeah, looks pretty bad. Looks pretty bad. Yeah, the only chance I think I'm ever going to get of getting this point is I'm going to need these reveals. I need Stitched, Spiritual, and both Experimentations to reveal. Or I could play it, I guess. That also works. Where am I playing it to here? Now we'll get rid of this one. Looking for Kwisatz. That is not Kwisatz Haderach. Yeah, I think we get rid of her. Oh. Both of them! How's this happening again? Really? Really? This is what we're doing? Really? Come on, guys. Double shipping! Oh my god. Yeah. Hondros want this. We can't stop him. He's too far in front. Not when you get double shipping like this. This is ridiculous. What do we draw? There it is. Okay. Okay. Alright, now I feel better about my life. Am I going to have to Allied Armada this fight? It seems ridiculous. We got time to wait. So we just go selective breeding again. If I go selective breeding again, I cannot use Allied Armada. So I am just prepping that for next round then. I think I will say though with Hondro though, it's kind of hard for him to score points outside of Spice plus Flows here. But again, he's got Web of Power, so it doesn't really matter. He can just go there whenever he wants. That will give me Stitched, because I draw 3 cards, and then I play Stitched with, like... Probably Experimentation. I need to do some maths here. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then Stitched and Experimentation gets us to 9, right? I think I still got enough Spice Must Flow. Yeah, I think we still got enough Spice Must Flow. I think we're okay. Eight, 9, 11. Because Kwisatz doesn't reveal for anything. So we should have enough of Spice Must Flow and to do something. If this game doesn't end this round. Trashes the Initiate instead of... That's crazy. That tells you how strong a position he's in. This is the second ship cash-in he's going to have on this round. That is so wild. In fact, he's actually can't even fully do it. He's actually got too many specimens. He's down a troop. His supply is completely empty because of this. So you can't even put in that much. So we'll just pick up... Do we actually pick up Arakeen here? If you actually do pick up Arakeen, I wouldn't mind... The extra money is good for War Chest. You can double up your agents like this. It's the only way you can do this. And you can double up your agents like this. It's very rare you see this, but I want Arakeen free specifically. For extra city spaces. So, very strange this, but... You know, does work. It's so weird seeing that. That's so strange. Now, the last question is, do we go Siege or Arakeen? Arakeen's just the money. I think we go Siege. We want the water, ideally, to, like, second place as well. We can take the water. Gives us Research Station next round. We can do it with Stitch and whatever else. Stitched, I want to be using to Beetle and... The other problem I've got is I've still got to get this friendship. I haven't thought about that. I can definitely top deck him. Because I'm going to have... Both my points are coming here. Unless I think I can get to the end, which is asking a lot. Doesn't put them in? That's crazy. Because he doesn't think he needs to. Is it ludicrous to go in for this fight? Like, it is, right? Like, why... It's so bad, he just gives him more shit. Like, he's just gonna get flagships and cash in shipping. It's so bad. If he gets flagships, he might just win the next fight anyways. He might have to just go in here. Which means I want to go Arakeen. Am I doing this? I don't think I can win the fight, though. Maybe Huntro's just won the game. Maybe I just gotta accept that. It might just be too far in front, really. Do I want to trash anything? If I take the water, I can take an intrigue. That's fine. I think I'm probably just playing for second here, I think. We can just play him a second. I don't think Hondro's really catchable at this point. He's just got so much going on. It's kind of absurd. Yeah. He's got plans? Or is he just gonna go for my alliance? I don't know. If he's got plans, then this game is completely over. But that looks like a plans move, doesn't it? Because he ain't got quarters, ain't turned up. Do I think I can ever get this friendship? I'd have to have impersonators do it. We can do it. It is doable. We can go research station, and I can combine it with whatever else, get the spice, and get it there. So we can top deck this, and unless we get, like, some absurd draw, I'm pretty sure we can get the bump. And then if we find Kwisatz or Diplo, I can just go here. So we can get this friendship. He might go for my alliance. Like, he might be able to win it. He might have, like, he might well have demand respect. So, but yeah, the point I'm making is I don't think 100 can be beat at this point. It takes something crazy to happen. I just don't see that really happening here. Research station's good for us anyway. We need to try and find Kwisatz and such, so... Okay. Interesting. Find strong arm. Bonus trooper Arakeen. Nice. Not gonna complain. Are you kidding me? Wow, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I guess we're going here. There's something. I can't get to research station unless I Kwisatz research station, which feels so absurd. Weird. Yeah, that's... he's playing like he's got plans. So he's buying flagship. He can't actually put any troops on it. His supply is empty. It's just a point. I think we actually want the specimen, right? Oh no, if I'm going research station, then it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. And I guess we are going research station, because I need the spice for Adamada, right? So it's Kwisatz to research, and then we work it out from there. We could even consider going down and trashing... Strongarm is such a weird card in that, like, it looks nice, but what is it actually doing in this game? Not really anything. How does she not... How does she go Arakeen and not research station there? What? When your deck is 20 cards? Your deck is 20 cards? Oh my god. I didn't know it was that big. How's she going to... Where's she going to Arakeenot Research Station? What the hell is that? It was baffling. Anyways. So we'll go there ourselves. Draw at least 3 cards. Obviously, the plan was I kind of wanted Kwisatz to go here. But the way it's drawn out, we've got it straight away. So if we find Diplomacy, we just Diplo this for a point. It's not great, but, you know. The other alternative is we go Great Flat Highliner. But when I've got Allied Armada, like, it's not make that much sense going actual straight Highliner here. It's a bit kind of like... It's 6 spice for 10 strength, or 2 spice for 7. I should probably keep all of the spice. So let's just do this. Convincing. Signet, good. Our Liaison. Ugh, this is not a good hand. I have to draw. I have to draw. Recon, blackmail. Wow. Well, it's hard to see how we lose the fight. But I have to get troops deployed, and that is not a guarantee right now. That is not a guarantee. Hello? Hello? What's this? She got the bump? No, just... What is that move? Just go secrets and don't bumps it and just says, Andre, okay, what do you want to do? What is that? Oh, she's got the reveal bump. She's got the card that has the reveal. I know what's going on here. He's going Hardy Warriors, but his bowl is full. He can't recruit any troops. He can't actually recruit any troops. There's no reason to... I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyways, we're going Carthag. I think we have to Carthag our Signet Ring. This is a bizarre get. Oh my god, I found illicit dealings. So there's our beetle that we gave up earlier, which is kind of cool. So we're just getting it in here. There's all sorts of carnage. Blackmail I would not want to use if I don't have to, because we don't really have any bumps to give up. But this is definitely winnable here. This is kind of strange. I feel I had to do that because I've got no water. If Imperial Basin gets... If I recon here and then Imperial Basin goes, my ring is doing nothing. So I just got to give that up. But again, we've got the swords in the hands. We need to worry about that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what you're saying. I mean, I can go down spacing, but I also would, you know, if I have to, I have to. But I've also got 11 swords here. Like, this should be enough. But Blackmail's there should we need it. The odds of him being able to compete against 11 swords is not likely. Also, for the record... Oh, actually, no, I can do, because I'm getting Spice plus Flow. And that's just 11 points. And the game ends, right? Yeah. The game ends. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got... the only problem with this in plans, and he still wins... That's the problem. He's also going to get this point as well. So if he's got any endgames, like, he just wins. That's the one problem we've got. But I guess it's irrelevant. We're scoring 11 points whatever happens, right? There's no way we don't score 11 points. Unless this gets stolen. But, I mean, we're still scoring 11 points. I'd have to willingly give this up. I guess it just ends as it does now. It's out of our control. If he's got plans, he's got plans. That's one card he can't have. But he's going to take the... So he's going to get that. Does he deliberately retreat for this alliance? That's a question. Is he going to deliberately retreat troops for the alliance? It seems absurd. And he doesn't. Nothing else for us to do here, is there? We just reveal, right? I don't see anything else for us to do. I'd rather the specimen anyway, so... Yeah, this is fine. And the game just ends as it does at this point. We either win or we don't. But yeah, if he's got plans, he wins. And he's certainly played like he's got plans. It's got this weird bump here. He's playing like he's got plans within plans. And if he does, he wins on the Spice tiebreak, so... Out of our control at this point. It goes down as it goes down. I don't think we had any other route we could have taken this round. We didn't find Diplo. We had to use Kwisatz immediately to go here to try and draw Diplo, and we didn't find it. So, you know. We didn't find Stitched either. So, if we don't win the game... I can't feel any bad about this last round. We played as best as we could given the hand we had. But obviously the plan was to Kwisatz to Space and Guild. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want a Kwisatz research station. That was not at all what I wanted to do. But we just drew no city access. The hand was awful. He gets a bonus card draw, which I gave him. Which is like fine. She Spiceless Flows. I guess in theory I meant to use Blackmail first because this is the end of the game. The game is not continuing another round, so in theory I meant to save my resources. Lido misses his Spiceless Flow. That's unfortunate for him. That's just sad. Oh, he had an extra draw. But it still gets him to 8 though. He's bought the liaison. But he doesn't have another card draw. Like he can't do anything. He's got all these card draws, but there's nothing that he can buy that gives him more persuasion than what he's buying. Strange. But yeah, so it's the end of the game. We'll try and save our things. Alright, save the spice, which is nice. And it ends as it ends. It just comes down to, does he have 2 endgame points? Simple as that. There it is. Knew it was there. Can't do anything about it. Can't do anything about it. We played well. I think Kwisatz was cool. We just had to get to the faction, and we just drew... Well, our original hand was what? It was Guild Impersonator, Experimentation, Kwisatz, Fervor, and it was like, it was just End Convincing or something. Just a diabolical hand. We find this, we win the game. You know, that's what you're gonna do about it. The answer is nothing. So, oh well. Oh no, we drew the Spiceless Flow, didn't we? Whatever. Cool. All right then. Well, cheers for the company, guys. It's been appreciated. Nice to say hi to some of you. And swing about for a bit. I don't know when the next Dune thing from me is going to be. I'm unsure. If there is news coming out, hopefully during the next couple of weeks, then I'll be around to have a look at that, and that might influence things. But yeah, at the moment, I'm a bit kind of like... I'm in this weird limbo spot where I'm just kind of like waiting for something to happen, and I don't know that it will. But we'll see. There is Dizz's tournament in a couple of weeks, which starts in April, which I will probably have a crack at. We'll have a play of that, and I'm sure I'll record my side of things as I tend to do. So that's something for April. And maybe I'll find a spot to play some more Dune in between then. We'll see how we go. But it's very much kind of ad hoc at the moment, as it is. Thanks for the company, everyone. Take care of yourselves. I'm sure I'll see you somewhere.